Hi, Angie. Welcome back.
Hi.
I'm excited to see you again. I just wanted to see, how everything has been going.
It's been going okay. I've been pretty stressed lately, but other than that, I've been okay.
Okay. Um, do you have any questions or concerns that you have from the last session? I know we talked about a lot.
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. So going back to our first session, we talked about our responsibilities that we both have during sessions and how we each have roles in this partnership. Do you have any questions or concerns about that?
No, I think this is going to be good for me. I'm excited about the outcome.
Okay, so just so you know, this session will be more about planning and making goals for you based off of what your concerns are and about what we've been talking about. The goals will be what you want as an outcome from these sessions, so kind of like what you are looking forward to in the future. Um, so in each session we have together, we will be working on reaching these goals. Does this make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. In the last session, I asked you a lot of questions and learned a lot about you and your situation. So I just kind of wanted to summarize what was said so we're both on the same page. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. One thing that really stood out to me was your financial situation, and the fact that you want to find new housing in order to get full custody of your daughters. Does this sound about right?
Yeah, my finances stress me out. And I think that finding a house in a better area would help me get custody of my daughters back. We don't live in a very good neighborhood at the moment.
That's completely understandable, that you would feel that way after everything that that has happened to you. So I'm gonna kind of ask you a weird question, and it's kind of outside of the box here for a second. Um, so what would you do if a miracle were to occur and you were to wake up tomorrow morning with all four daughters in a new house that's in a better area? What would your reaction be?
I would be so excited. Um, at this point, it's kind of hard for me to even imagine that. It seems impossible.
So you do think that it's impossible?
Yeah.
Why do you think that it's impossible?
It just seems so far out of reach right now. I've made some mistakes, and my substance abuse issues and mental health issues haven't made it easy for me. They are major reasons why I'm in this mess and why I'm losing custody of my kids. It seems impossible for that to ever happen since I'm at such a low point in my life.
Okay, so Angie, it seems to me that you may be feeling a little helpless and overwhelmed. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
And that's completely understandable. Um, the question that I asked you about the miracle was so that I can get an understanding of what your thoughts are. Um, so it will be very helpful to me in this goal making process. Um, is it okay to move on to making goals?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So just to clarify, it sounds like you are stressing a lot about your financial situation and housing. Is this the main concern for you, or am I missing something else from your other sessions?
Yeah, I think that they go hand in hand. I'm mostly worried about improving my financial situation and housing. I think if that improves, I would have a better shot of getting my daughters back.
Okay. So we've already talked about how we're partners in this process and we're going to be working together in order to reach those goals that are created. Um, the goals that we do create need to be attainable and measurable. And by measurable, I mean um, we're going to create kind of like a timeline so that you can look at those goals and reach towards that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your financial situation. This seems to be the main stressor for you. You mentioned that getting a new house in a better area would benefit you because it helped you obtain custody of your children. Um, is that right?
Yeah, I applied to Section 8 a while back, but I haven't heard anything, and it's getting really frustrating.
Okay. Um, all right. So can I offer some advice about a financial budget? I think a budget would really help you in your situation and make your finances better. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay. When would you like to have this financial budget created?
As soon as possible, just so I can get started on it.
Okay. So maybe for the first action step, um, I think that we could work on the financial budget in the next session so we could have it completed by December 11th. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Um, I also think, going back to what you said about Section 8, I think that it would be beneficial for you to follow up with Section 8. Do you know how to do that? Or,
Yeah, I can follow up when I leave today and by the latest next week.
okay, that sounds perfect. So by next week, you will have called Section 8 to see what the status of your application is. That's perfect. Um, So how about for the goal? Let's say by January 1st, you will follow your financial budget successfully in order to obtain a better economic status and housing. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so we talked about a lot. We talked about quite a bit, and it may have been a little bit overwhelming. But we do have a lot to work on. So, do you have any questions or concerns regarding your goals or the action steps or anything, any concerns?
No, I don't think so. I'm excited to get started.
All right, well, I look forward to this process. I really think it's going to benefit you, the financial budget. Um, so, I will definitely see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.